Hey everyone, Back here and once again. This could be a video to shine me, but before that, my friend Nick's birthday is today, so go subscribe to me. He doesn't make religious videos, but he does make music videos, so go subscribe to him and just pester him to make videos if you want videos from him. Okay, but this is going to be to Shani as me, now known as the Amazing Atheist, and it's to do with her video, her videos to Adrian Dow. They've had a couple of exchanges to SeekinShadows, to Jordie Weeds. Again, she doesn't seem to understand that, again, not all atheists are the same. And she seems to be in the mindset that I used to be in. And this is the reason that I understand you, Shani. That I used to be in the same mindset as you. When I first came on YouTube, I was letting go slightly of that mindset. I'm letting fully go now. Because when I saw that not all atheists acted the same, that some were actually reasonable and actually want a dialogue with you. Again, but the people who want a dialogue with Christians aren't really going to want to have a dialogue with you because you're showing yourself to be unreasonable. Okay, that's something that you need to let go. You need to let go of the anger and the state you have for non-believers because at the moment you're being a tad bigoted. Okay? I don't think that is really reflective of Christ, in my opinion. Again, that's not reflective of the living faith that we're supposed to have. Now, I I understand the frustration. I understand the anger that you have. Again, I used to have it. But the one thing that helped defeat it for me was thinking, but you know what? People can be mistaken. I was mistaken in thinking there was no God. Okay? I shouldn't then transfer that to every other non-believer out there because they're entitled to their opinion that they think there is no God. Okay? That's fine to me. Again, as long as they don't think badly of me because I believe there is one, then we have nothing. Then again, we can have a discussion about things. I think that that's a reasonable position to come from. That again, we shouldn't really think negatively of each other just because we happen to disagree on one thing. Again, there's plenty of things that we probably wouldn't agree about. And I think that the same is with you. You know, I think there's things that you would agree with some non-believers about, like about morality, about social good, that sort of thing. And I think that saying, "Oh well, you're always immoral," doesn't really bode well for any sort of discussion you can have. Because at the moment, you're not really going to be able to have a discussion with somebody who really wants with you, because they don't really want to engage with you. The people who are anti-theistic, who maybe want to be taught down for that position, aren't really in that position either. The people you're going to get are the trolls. Because everybody else isn't really going to want to have a discussion with you. Or the people who are going to want to have a discussion with you are just going to leave catchy comments. Because again, that is what you get what you create usually on YouTube, you'll find. The other thing you need to understand is that seeing a certain group is X doesn't really get us anywhere. Okay, it's bad when atheists do it, it's bad when Christians do it. We can't really sum up a whole group together and say that they must fit this definition because we don't like them, or we mistrust them, or whatever. Again, it doesn't work that way. And the most important thing that we have to understand, Shani, is that we're supposed to be living per Jesus Christ, and I think that Jesus, who said, what you do to the least one that you do to me awesome, and sat with sinners and that sort of thing, would be a bit disdainful of the way that you act, especially to non-believers. And tell them that they're going to hell isn't really something I think Jesus would do, because that is not certainly something he taught. He didn't tell people that they were going to hell. He told them that there was a purging ritual that would happen when they go to hell, but when they it's to separate them from their ill deeds, that would involve fire. But again, because fire purifies. But again, if you're not familiar with the ancient world, you really wouldn't understand what that means now. There is no pain involved, but again, because again, there's a difference between spiritual fire and actual physical fire. But again, we won't get into that in a moment. Okay, we have to understand, Shay, that again, being bigoted to non-believers doesn't get us anywhere. That there are good non-believers out there to discuss with. Now, I'm going to say something that I should have said at the start of the video. Thank you very much to Capricious Black Box for your video. It was very well meant, sir, and I appreciate the message that was in it. I really do, and it sort of it made my weekend. It really did. I have played it several times after I saw it because frankly it was so refreshing to hear something like that. You know that. I believe that is positive, especially with people that disagree with me. You know, it's very refreshing to hear that somebody can think about, you know, to say that sort of thing about me. I really did appreciate it. I appreciated it more than I can convey in words. And Jenny, you need to understand that people like Complexious Black Box, people like Ozymandias, people like that, you know, are good people. You know, just because they're atheists doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that they happen to disagree with you about one thing. And maybe you, instead of focusing on one thing, again, why talk about morals? Again, morals shouldn't really be an issue. Again, it doesn't matter where they come from. It's just as long as we have them. And I think that's what really the issue is. Is that, again, I detest people who tell me that they have better morals than me. Because usually you find out the opposite is true. You know, somebody who's moral doesn't need to brag about it. They just do it. And maybe, sorry, you should just do it as well. Maybe you should have the living faith within you. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, this 4B reacts to forgeries, make it true. Out.